What's up, friends? Hello, hello. It's time for FACEIT. Like, are in the final 2 days, well, at least by default days of regular season. Down to the nitty gritty. Supershy, basically, if they win one more, they're guaranteed to not have to play in relegation matches. Your 13th and 14th slots will still have to fight to hold their spot. They won't get auto-relegated. They're RPNR matches this season, which is awesome. So a lot of eyes were on this Pytel match, you know, particularly from Supershy Little Ducks here, who are sitting right at the cusp of getting relegated. Of course, I mean, Supershy were your expert champions, went 21-0 through Season 4 in Expert Division to fight their way up into Master. You know, Lunar unable to play, so they, you know, Bread comes in, I mean, super strong, but doesn't have the same history, doesn't have that 21-0 history with this team like Lunar did. I mean, I hate to see any team relegated, but I think it would be a real crying shame if Supershy ends up relegated just because of that unique situation. Assuming Pytel don't reverse sweep against Anomaly, which I mean against the 11-3 Anomaly, 5 wins will be enough to avoid relegation. And fortunately for Supershy, they still have one more match to play. So there's 15 matches total in the season. Supershy are one of, you know, we have games today and tomorrow. I want to say their match tomorrow was a more difficult opponent. Yeah, it's Vision. I was going to say, I wanted, like, when I was looking at this, I was like, okay, I don't think they're winning that second match. So this one becomes a must win. So let's get that one on stream. I think that was my thinking. Yeah, so Vision undefeated. You know, like that is probably unlikely. That's an unlikely upset to see tomorrow. I mean, Supershy may have the tiebreaker differential. It's hard to tell right now because they have one fewer game played. You don't want to leave it to that. You want that 5th win and you just want to secure it here. Oh, shoot. I don't have Overwatch open. Whoa. Let's get in here. Oh, my goodness. They went through that pick ban fast. 2:03 and they're already in? Like, they went through that fast. That is really quick for a pick ban. We're getting ready to get into map 1. We haven't missed anything. Oh, we are going to get a side swap. All right, let's get into it. I just was double checking our band. Little Ducks banding out the Kiriko. Fudgy! I appreciate you being here. All right, so they like kind of caught me off guard with how quick they went into this. Apologies, friends. Like, they were fast. I owe you side swaps. I owe you bands. It was Curie Tracer, am I remembering that right? Yes, indeed. Let's lock in. Over this comps from both sides. And Jinx. What we learned yesterday when Coach Casso on stream, taking a very powerful position down to that lower corner. But Libby on this Cassidy is going to be it's going to be the core of this comp, according to our learnings yesterday. Really neat. Oh, God, what an early Deadeye. I mean, to be fair, Effort's pretty much matched it. Does get the better end of the duel as that backline in from Little Ducks, finding a couple of picks there through the mid-fight and securing that first cap. Oh, I said Little Ducks band carry. I got the bands wrong, I'm sorry. Oh, Effort with a mean shot through an image. What an ambush. I was keeping an eye on Chroma trying to set up top, and these two just kind of snuck around the outside. Set up an incredible crossfire out front, and Supershy just left with nowhere to go. We're not prepared for that at all. What a swift execution. Effort doesn't hit that shot. That doesn't work out near as well, I don't think. All he's got to do is roll, and that goes a completely different direction, but Effort connects. Oh, I owe y'all Preds, too. I mean, this... We got it a little quicker today. I'm sorry. Sound barriers. Oh! Aku gets AJ off the spear, and Bread shuts him down. What a turnaround! That is exactly what Supershy needed. This whole thing had been going all duckies. And Bread just comes up with an enormous play. You know, that just livened up comms. I just got excited at that. What a mean AJ caused by Bread. You still have Libby here holding the line. Jinx is going to return before Bread gets back into this fight. The point has gone back and forth a couple of times throughout this exchange. Supershy land with control, and they're going to put Libby on high ground. Watch this approach through the hallway. Okay, Jinx is just going to go right, clear this off. You're going to go catch the corner. Ant Matrix up. Kurama pulls out the blade. Looking for the intercept. Libby gets stunned out of the Deadeye, and the Katana there to finish it off. Brett has been able to strike back for a little bit, but never able to find Effort. And Effort comes up with a nice 3-piece. They're at the back of the fight. We're going to flip at 81% for the Ducks. I will get you Pred. I'm sorry. I'll get you Pred. I know I'm late. So it moves in. Good collapse on Effort. You saw the entire team turn to Effort, who was running back into the stairwell. Brett, I mean, even just turning their back onto Jinx, and that's how important that pick was. And everything's kind of falling apart here. Without the damage from that Cassidy, Ducks struggling to get a foothold. They're not able to trade anything out. Good cleanup here from Supershy. We are looking at another Ant Matrix coming into this. Potanova, the beautiful Blitzkrieg window. Last time they had this all line. And I am prepared to go to some Effort Paw the moment this drops, you bet. Trying to get the cast set up through main. A little bit of a 2-player flank. Working through hallway. Okay, Jinx doesn't like this approach. Are we leaving the cast in the back? Up front, we are. Jinx is going on the flank route. Effort and putting over the core here. The amplification matrix has been dropped up front. Sound barrier's in, and Sully's trying to disrupt it. Check back in on the Deadeye. Ooh, look pretty mean, but oh, combo with Jinx. It will, in fact, work out favorably for the Duckies. The Little Ducks take control at a 99-99. I don't know why I'm calling you Duckies today, but that's just the way it rolls. They'll take Gardens. Good start. What an opening map. Let's get you some spreads. Better late than never on Preds, right? Remember, they will be on the sides that they are in the FACEIT lobby, not in game. Because I will keep it consistent throughout the match. So if they continue to just swap sides and change around in game, right, our Preds will always stay the same, just like they look in the FACEIT lobby, just to not confuse anybody. I know regulars around here know that, but you know, anybody who might be new out there, that's just the way we roll. All right. We're going to get a sim rollout back over to the Genji. So no Symmetra here from either of these teams. Very difficult comp, very powerful comp, but not something we see a lot in the T3 space just yet. That composition has not made its way down just yet. There's so much value to be found in the recent casts. With a little bit more room for error, right? But playing for this angle. Effort has a really good sight line down on both Libby and Bread. But that spear from Bread kind of forces them off. You also get the combat rollout. This is going to keep the rest of the Little Ducks at bay for a moment. They're smart about it. Okay, they do wait for the dash. Dash in. Kurama doesn't confirm anything. Libby's able to strike back. Little Ducks try to make a move. Oh, Kurama gets what they wanted out of that cooldown, though. There's the reset yet again. Kurama's going to move in above. Suddenly has flipped a 4v5 into a 4v3 favoring Little Ducks. The first push looked a little worrisome, but they're able to recover. Second cycle succeeds for the Ducks. Flip the point. I know, right? I had a coaching session with Cass, and now I'm like looking at cooldown trades, and I've tried to get better, y'all. I'm trying to get better. I want to understand and convey the micros as best I can. The thought process is the giant Deadeyes. Spear's already gone. Gold's already used. That's jab spin, and there are the ultimates. It's a lot of resources invested to pick up space. Libby will eventually get Jinx, so Jinx pushing in as far as they did, made that heavy investment Almost worth it, but effort trades it out, so never mind. That's going to be a fight win for Ducks. Libby still going in, trying to control some angles. Yeah, you got to be careful. Grumman dropping in for above. Could have been dangerous. Has a blade. But Libby towing the line beautifully. Nice limit testing and is able to muscle in some space. Good space creation there from the Cassidy. Sully dashes in, creating a bit of havoc. The lamp will keep him alive through that, and here comes Grumman trying to counterpunch with the Dragon Blade. But both support ults are invested here from Supershy. Oh, honestly, a worthy trade from Kurama. Or a blade. And now the Matrix and Effort's done it again. Finds Arshavin in this one. And I don't know. Well, yeah, that's just going to be that. Double sound, double support ults fade. Don't get much value. I'm a regular and did not know that. Oh, yeah, that's true. Fair enough, Maddie. Now the sound barrier from Little Ducks. They're holding that wisely, judiciously through the previous fight. And look at the massive advantage it gave them here in this final fight to close out Oasis. Great macro, good patience, and a beautiful map there from Little Ducks. Start us off on a 1-0. Oh, Kanos, thank you for the sub. 7 months in a row. I appreciate that tier 1 so very much. Thank you. Enormous support. Man, it's... Whew, what a 7 months. What a 7 months indeed. I appreciate you being there all along the way. Thank you. It means so much. Go, Little Ducks. Okay. WPG pick. WPG pick here from Supershy. And we're going to ban out a hazard. Very specific game plan coming. Interesting banning out the hazard. Where's my hazard? There it is. Look at some stats. Oh, stupid ads are cutting off. Hey, at least everything's visible. It's not double ads today. Okay. Woo! I was worried. Try to get rid of the Overwatch background music so we don't quite sound clash there. All right. Just gotta get it off the lobby. Ooh. Man, that's quite a map. Kurama 22-1. Effort 22-2. I mean, what an incredible display there for that DPS duo. Effort also leading the lobby in damage. And it is Jinx on tank. Oh. We got Freya ban. But Jinx on tank there with most elims in that one. Freya ban down from Little Ducks as we get ready to head into Watchpoint Gibraltar. I love this map. I love this map so much. Do we get Winton Overwatch? It's time for Watchpoint Gibraltar. Show me some Overwatch. Also, we had a follow from Lilin now. I guess Lilin Overwatch, excuse me. I don't know if I shouted you out. I appreciate the follow. If I did, you get double appreciation. But I'd rather do it twice than not at all. Sometimes I get to yap and my brain gets going in too many directions at once. Winton Brigana from both teams. Let's check out our sim rollout. Where are we going? Directly across. Alright, get Ricer and crew over. We are going to get Tracers from both sides. Of course, Tracer receiving very significant buff or revert. Oh! Don't worry, nobody saw that, Craw. That was all calculated. Jinx landed down low. You're just there to back up Jinx. It was just, you know, threaten the Ana a little bit and then really go back up your tank. I know that was the plan. Oh, big purple lads. That's going to send Jinx running for cover. A moment here for Supershy to do something. They're going to wait it out. Okay. They're just going to push the card around corner. Ooh, Sully's got a double blink out. Under pressure there from Kurama. Doesn't want to use the recall despite being at 16 health. Does eventually blink up towards the mini. Back on the high ground. Let's look at the position control. That's a big purple landing in on Jinx and Effort once again. Raisu keeps hitting those. Supershy should eventually overwhelm here. Will get forced out though. Potanova is able to find good value, healing up their own team and getting bread in the purple as well. A little double duty, but Solely gets picked after trying to move in after Effort. Kurama comes in and gets the better of him. Kurama now finds himself surrounded, but got Arshvin extremely low before blinking out. I haven't really talked about Libby and Effort on the Ashe. I feel like we haven't seen much Ashe in recent memory. Okay, Jinx forced out. Attacker set it up. I'm always here. Ask the bull. That's my spawn point. You are always here. Definitely spawns here. 100%. Oh, dodges the sleep. Actually, put the jump damage on to Effort. That was a nice little tidbit. Primal range, but Aku has a rally into this. Ooh, and a good boot. Kind of threw the Primal off of its rhythm. Kurama trying to pursue a half-health Bread. Decides to blink up pressure onto Libby instead. Bread and Supershy rotate around to server room through all of this. Libby's coming to match. Arshvin, the only one caught by that purple, but it may just be enough. Yeah, Jinx is able to hunt him down, and it has the Primal to shake off the sleep. Is able to find Raisu with that ultimate, and this is going to be a good hold out of the defense. Great play by Jinx, and Bionade was good. I mean, it only caught the one, that's all it needed to send this offense back into spawn. I just don't exist, GG. Aw, Ella. Aw. Yeah, I was wondering about Sully being in as well, but I wasn't gonna argue. Alright, we do have a Bob in from Libby. Jinx and Effort still able to hold blue box. It's still a powerful position they've yet to be forced out of. And Bob's angle over the cart denies Supershy from any presence here. They're just going to wait this out. Wonderful play from Little Ducks to just kind of slow this down. And this is going to allow Jinx to get in a position. Goes up top. Libby's in a bad spot. Yeah, gets forced into Kurama's sights. And with 5 seconds remaining, Supershy just having no control over this side of the map. A methodical defense. We will get the touch here from Bread. Raisu needs to get this nano. They need it now. There it is. It's all live just in the nick of time. Bread moves in, trying to find a kill. Can't hunt down Effort, but Kurama falls to the hands of Sully. 90%, but purpled. Bread needs to survive. Can't make it back into their bubble in time. Potanova is going to have this nano to respond. This is going to be a tough ask for the remainder of Supershy. Raisu has, or Libby has returned on a Sombra, but yeah, that's not going to be enough. Bread couldn't quite survive long enough to get the Primal up. That Primal comes online, I think they're okay. Maybe, you know, the Primal comes online, you have a good shot at getting the Ana before Potanova gets their nano boost into the fight. Their nano boost was a little lagging behind in that fight. The bubble was there too. The bubble was just, I don't know if the bubble was late. It was, or the bubble had been previously used and tried to jump back into the bubble and just didn't quite make it into the bubble in time. It's kind of what it looked like. Jinx 11-0. With more damage mitigation, and this is something that we also talked about with Coach Cass yesterday, is just strictly in the Winston head-to-head. that often, not always, but often the Winston with the higher damage mitigation is getting less value out of their bubbles. They're being forced to use them in suboptimal positions, and they're just getting broken immediately, and they're taking more damage as opposed to being a threat to block, to block nades, to block healing that are just forcing the team to work around. I mean, it's not always true, but I just thought it was an interesting little tidbit. Now, looking in this Winston mirror, and we are seeing Jinx with, fewer numbers in that regard. Not forced to use the bubbles as often, it feels like. Now, part of that is going to be just Defender's advantage. Oh, Jinx kind of got away with one there. I think if Libby turns around and maybe puts a shot or two into Jinx, they don't survive that exchange. All right, keep an eye on the nades from Potanova flying up. Of course, a very slow-moving comp, very methodical comp. There's the nade in, but a good dodge. Oh, Reisu still gets caught. Oh, I did not see how that happened. No, the shot from Effort or how Reisu got so low. Perhaps just a great dive from Jinx. But that's disastrous for the Supershy defense. Arshiv in purple, Slep even getting staggered a little bit. Kind of stalling out on that kill just a touch. And this is going to be map 2, going to Little Ducks. Brett's here. Yeah, I mean, Soli's not going to get anything done. They'll say maybe if Soli gets a trade. No, that is it. No fuller hold here, I'm afraid. Supershy have done as well as Falcons. Maybe even better than Falcons. Hey, Maybe. They're already finalizing lineup for... Wow, they went through that band fast. Yeah, they are. We're going to Runasapi. Orisa banned out. Sim banned out. I feel like Supershy banned the Sim. I'm not sure on that, though. Or banned the Orisa, I mean. Okay, I was correct. Supershy do ban the Orisa. I thought so. God, they got into that fast. We didn't even really get a chance to look at stats, did we? I mean, it's very similar. Very similar to map 1. 4 deaths in totality for Little Ducks. I think that's about all we need to know. Yep, I get you, your Prince. Hold on, I'm juggling a lot of things here, all right? Nope, that's not Symmetra. There's your points. I do appreciate the reminder. To be honest. Okay, we're getting the recently buffed Junker Queen in from Brad. Effort swapping to a Sojourn. So, a little bit more range, a little bit more consistent damage perhaps. Oh, and then of course that railgun. I was there, actually a really good shot against the Junker Queen. Put a lot of just point pressure there, and you see Effort comes up with some incredible damage output. Big value there in that first fight with the Sojourn swap. This is a complete change in pace. Oh, good shoot. No, let me. And it's exactly what Supershy needs. They need Libby to... Come on, switch pop. Am I getting some packet loss? Yeah, I'm definitely getting some packet loss here. Sorry. But Libby's just only been a bright shining star in EMEA Path to Pros here in FACEIT League. The glow up has been real. It needs to step up here. It's been a little quiet today. Effort has certainly been lighting up the feed. I mean, same could be said for effort, for that matter, on the other side. I mean, woo. Effort's got one of the most impressive accuracy clips I've seen in this season with that frame. Does go down first here in this fight. As Libby's kind of leading the charge around the corner. Supershy will take the lead. There will be time for recontests here before we get checkpoint. Continuing rush thrown into the Libby Deadeye. Yeah, he's kind of holding on to that cover of Bread. Bread close to this down 4. Might be able to turn this tide. Surviving the sound barriers there. Archman doesn't invest their sound barrier to save Libby. And this fight's just gonna be a reset. I didn't see why the Archman sound barrier didn't make it into the fight. I mean, they died early. Did they die early and I just missed it? I didn't see it. Yeah, I mean, they're coming back out of spawn. They must have. All right, somebody to work with. Oh, they don't get the touch. Okay, didn't feel like they had everybody there in time, perhaps. No Supershy, wanting to prevent that. We are going to get the OC out of effort, completely shut down. Libby's having none of it. Sound barrier there for Archman, hitting all 5 this time. Well timed as well. Well timed as well. That wasn't a redundant statement at all. A little bit of a 1v2 here for Libby. Oh, I thought you were going to get it. I thought you were going to get it. Solely gonna run Kurama out here. Bot is coming back the other direction. Especially on Runasapi. Of all push maps, last 3 minutes is certainly where Runasapi really starts. It's an in-game kind of map, Some games don't start until the end game. This map doesn't start until the end map. Ooh. Kurama forced Soli's recall out early in this fight. Does have Pulse to work with. Check back in here on the front line. We'll be trying to hold this corner. Effort has the ability to play this long side in this long range. And is lethal not only to Libby down the front line, but Restu in the back. Restu's going to go ahead and toss it to Kitsune Rush. Bread been holding on to this rampage, it feels like, for a while. That rush might be enough for the checkpoint. The counter rush is in time, though. Oh, and rampage is going to be invested way too late. I feel like the rampage needed to come in as soon as that Kitsune Rush hit the battlefield. There was going to be no kiting out of that one. You had to go headlong, and Supershy hesitate, and that moment of hesitation puts them down 3v5. The rampage, not enough to claw it back at that point. We'll be trying to get another Deadeye in this fight. Honestly, one of the few Deadeyes that they've been able to at least fire off. Sound barrier response. Oh, it looked like it could have been a good disengage out of Supershy. But alas, Kurama is the one that delivers the value on the sound barrier, layering in the pulse. Little Ducks are going to continue to march through Runasapi. A little over 4 minutes remaining. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure, Hopcycle. I'm not sure what they saw or didn't see or if they got picked and I missed it or what. Ooh, good shot from Libby. Libby swapping over to the Sojin here. Gonna match. And a good hunt down onto Akko. We get another well-timed sound barrier from Arshvin. And you should win in this fight. Ooh, it's not going to be clean, though. As things kind of get messy in the corner. Good disengage wall out of Jinx. Kurama's still lingering. I think Sully eventually ran him out. Not far enough. Good rush. Oh, the wall almost blocked it. I saw the vision, Bread. Bread is getting a nice kill on the Jinx. Supershy had the advantage of, ooh, a little bit more space to work with, but end up kind of out in the open. Potanova's got to push in. Potanova makes that dangerous, and what really should have been a clean Supershy fight, particularly with the opening pick going on to Jinx. Potanova finding a pair of trades makes this very awkward for Supershy. In an opening here, Jinx thinks they can come scrap this out, you know, in this 3v3. It's not really a clean engagement for either side. But Supershy have to respect it. They can't afford to trade at this point. Still, they're able to inch the bot at least up to the corner. They need this checkpoint first and foremost. 2s across the time column. Timestamp is what I should have said. Pulse Bomb does hit Jinx. Forces out some cooldowns. Got him to half health, but the downpour doesn't connect. Sound barrier now in response. Bread looking surrounded. The rest of the team getting chased out. Bread violently back to try to regroup. Oh, that was a big jump along the outside. Looking for the boop. Both of those heroes were trying their darndest. We got a fight in the water wheel. I don't know that I've ever seen a team fight in the water wheel. And it's, I mean, it is a scrap. There's the recall out from Sully. Checkpoint. Picked up and wait, that was an odd. Are we stopping? Why are we stopping there for butt scratch? That feels, okay, never mind. Did that look a little weird to anybody else? Like, it looked like the bot, like, two steps forward and then stopped for butt scratch? I don't know if it was a contest, but it didn't. Anyway. Maybe it's just a visual glitch.
This ends now.
That's going to be a Libby overclock, top of this hill. Ooh, dangerous push to try to go into the store. High risk move. But needing to get some value. I mean, you get Jinx. You force Jinx into a position, even though the overclock itself doesn't lend itself to that final blow. You do force Jinx into a bad spot, and good job on Bread to recognize that. Continue rush from the high ground. Rescue has one in response. Libby will get popped. Potanova once again comes in with another pair of kills. Time waning. As our Super Psy reinforcements. Arshvin and Rice killed late. Does not bode well. Bread will make the jump in. Drops the downpour. Is able to catch one, but he caught Aku in the back. No, it was Kurama that was stuck. Solely is able to find Aku. Taking the sound barrier out of this is enormous. Supershy win a very clean fight here. They did have to use 2 ultimates to do it. They don't have anything left coming in this one. They're running into beat. They're running into downpour. Need an opener. For Supershy, you need an opener. There's the leap in. Brett's gonna get aggressive. Beat lands. Downpour, unclear. Does not seem to connect, but Libby's still under a lot of pressure, and that spike guard will do it. 5v3 on the point. Little Ducks have this one within their grasp. Solely one of the last 2 standing players. Now the last. Little Ducks clean up a 3-0 to move up to 6 wins on the season. GG's in the chat. Supershy's fate might be left up to a head-to-head, up to the draws. The bushels, the map score. Will it be enough for them to stay in Master Division? Potanova had a hell of a map. Is it just I didn't realize the highlight intro also overwrote the music? Was that what's going on there? I don't know. We're gonna be getting a little bit of buggy on that one. What a match from the Ducks. Ducks stepping up here late in the season. I mean, had a 7-game losing streak there in the middle of this season to turn around and put 3 wins together at the end. I mean, to maintain their slot, like things were not looking good for Little Ducks to hold on to their Master Division slot. I mean, just a week ago. I mean, so literally last Thursday, but they have won every match since. I mean, I guess Velto is a forfeit, but still, they're able to win these important matches against the teams right there on the line with them. Giving themselves head-to-heads and obviously the better records than either of those opponents. So let's get some stats there from map 3. And they get that point on the board for Ducks. Get your Preds paid out. I just got to rambling here, talking about the scene. It happens. It happens. Kurama once again with fewest deaths. I believe he had fewest deaths every single map. Kurama finishing the day with 7 deaths total, 6 deaths total. Oh, not even 5. Not even 5 deaths total for Kurama in all 3 maps combined. I think I would have to give Effort. I mean, Kurama, your player of the match here. Although Effort, I mean, outstanding series from Effort as well. If you haven't watched the Effort clip, go check out my clips and go watch the Effort clip. It is insane. I think I put it on my YouTube shorts as well. But it was a Watchpoint Gibraltar Freya clip. It is so good. It is so good. It is one of the sickest shots. One of the sickest like series of shots. Great match from Little Ducks.